We have such a diverse culture in Calgary, so we thought what a great opportunity to introduce these people to Canadian culture and Hitman hockey, and hopefully make them, longtime fans once they see what it's all about when they get here.
Well, the Hitmen are all about giving back to the community and working within our community. Our players, it's a great opportunity and chance for them to mentor and learn what goes on in our community and to bring in the multicultural aspect and the various dynamics that are Calgary is terrific.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to further celebrate this great night, please turn your attention to the Zamboni entrance, where we are proud to have members representing over 20 countries from around the world here with us tonight. Please join the Calgary Hitmen in welcoming members from the following countries: Ukraine, Bangladesh.
We had over 1,000 people from 22 different countries who were here to celebrate Multicultural Night, and many of them it was their first time.
Showing them what the Canadian culture is, landed immigrants that have never seen a hockey game, been to a building, tasted ice cream, all of the above. It's just a terrific opportunity to introduce new Canadians to our game.
We heard a great story after the game from a family who was here for the first time, and they wrote us an email and said, we had such an amazing time. We experienced hockey for the first time, and we all stood up and sang the Canadian anthem and had soft ice cream for the first time and celebrated their first goal. And so they were really touched by the experience they had. So it was just a reminder to us that a hockey game is just so much more than a hockey game. It really is all about the Canadian culture and the experience for our fans.
By understanding what it means to give back to your community, to work in your community, to raise funds or raise awareness, and it's an important part of the culture of the Calgary Sports and Entertainment Corp, and certainly a big part of the culture of the Calgary Hitmen.
I'm Radel Fazleev and playing for the Calgary Hitmen in the Western Hockey League.
I think when you look at international players, you try and put yourself in their shoes and move to Russia with no understanding of the language and try and figure out how you're going to make do in a culture, in a setting, in a country that you don't understand what the people are saying or how they live. And I think when you put yourself in their shoes, you see and admire the ability for them to come over and learn the language that fast, learn the culture that fast, and do it, playing 72 hockey games with the pressure of getting drafted and winning and scoring goals, and it's challenging.
Everything was different, and culture is different, and even food, even water is different, than Russia. So I had to learn everything. Even charging thing is different than in Europe. So.
It goes for all of our roster players that move away from home. The home away from home is so critical, but for the international or import players, it's even more critical. And Radel Fazleev moved here 3 years ago, did not speak one word of English except, I think, thank you and please, or maybe yes. One GM last night said to me, is he Canadian or Russian? Because he doesn't sound Russian anymore, and that's in 3 years. So it just shows what that Billet family has done to transition him into the Canadian culture and help him become a better player, let alone person.
When I came here almost 3 years ago, and I didn't know English, didn't know anything about the country, about the city, and they're just like my parents, and they actually love me, and they took me like their son, and they were teaching me to everything and showing me everything, and just spend a lot of time with me, like kind of work with me. I think that's how I learned language, was just talking to them, and they just helped me a lot and supported me every time. And
especially with the imports and the Europeans that might not transition that well, or might take some time to grasp the language and might not like or understand the culture as good as Radel has, but those are important people to make our guys feel at home and make them have the opportunity to be a better player, because they're always prepared and ready because of their families.
Into the corner to Jones. Blue line feed intercepted. Fazleev and the Hitmen are fresh. Away they go. No catching up for the Hawks here. Too tired. Fazleev up the left wing to the net. Backhand. Scores! Radel Fazleev. Second shorty of the game for the Hitmen. And a 3-0 lead for Calgary.
There's a big difference between Russian and Canadian hockey. So I think first thing about the difference is ice. Ice is smaller and so game is faster, more aggressive, and so you have to make decisions faster. And zones are neutral zone is smaller. So when I play with different line mates, I'm trying to tell them, let's play Europe hockey, let's play Russian hockey now, because there's a lot of different. I think there's a little more skill and about one more pass, one less shot in Russian hockey. And like now I play with Jackson Hauck, and I think he understands me exactly what I mean. And sometimes we can make nice plays. So I think that's what they learn from me a little bit.
It's certainly an opportunity for the other guys in the dressing room to understand his culture and how he does things, and learning the language and him learning the English language. I think there's a lot of give and take amongst the players. These players playing at international events against each other, they can bring those experiences back to better themselves in the room and better their teammates around them. So I think it's a great chance for them to share in their experiences and share in what they've grown up with.
I'm just happy that my family made this decision, me to move here and play here, so I'm glad I'm here.
We call him Faz around here. His name's Rudek.
And I'm from Russia.
First, as a young man, you won't find a better person. He's doing Faz's Friends right now, which is a community initiative that he's just the feedback on how he handles the kids and himself in that setting is amazing. As a player, he's a hard-working two-way player that's earned a contract with the Philadelphia Flyers for next season. He's come in here and just works hard every day. When it's playoff time, he raises his level, which is an indication of his character. We're fortunate to have him, and it's been a wonderful 3 years, and it's going to be nice to watch him grow in his next step.